Dear friend, Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Roman emperors, was remarkable not only for his brilliant leadership, but also for the wisdom and courage he displayed throughout his life. He was not born with wisdom or courage. These traits were developed and refined through the challenges and turmoil of life. What was special about Marcus Aurelius was his continued development through Stoicism, a philosophy that teaches that the art of control lies not in controlling others, but in controlling oneself. The story of Marcus Aurelius is not just a history of an ancient emperor, but also a mirror of our own battles in modern life. Like you and me, Marcus had to struggle to develop these great traits step by step. His greatness was not something he was born with, something he built step by step through harsh challenges. This makes Marcus special and offers valuable lessons that we can learn from. So how did Marcus do it? How was he able to develop wisdom and courage in the midst of life's hardships and chaos? The answer lies in applying the principles of Stoicism to his daily life. Stoicism is not a distant philosophy or a theory, but a way of life that helps us control ourselves and face challenges calmly and effectively. One of Marcus Aurelius' most important habits was the habit of daily reflection. He realized that reflection not only helped him understand himself better, but also helped him improve his responses to difficult situations. Embracing this habit is like holding a mirror to your inner world, revealing truths and insights that are often overlooked in the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Imagine ending each day by stepping back and looking deeply at your experiences, thoughts, and emotions. It's not just about recounting what happened, but digging deeper to ask yourself why you reacted a certain way, what triggered those emotions, and whether your actions were consistent with your core values. It's about finding patterns in your behavior, understanding your triggers, and recognizing your strengths and weaknesses. This daily practice transforms not only your perception, but also you, gradually moving you toward a more thoughtful and measured approach to life. This simple yet profound practice is accessible to everyone. It doesn't require any special tools or conditions. Just a few quiet moments of self-reflection, whether it's before bed or early in the morning. Find a time that works for you. It's not about writing a literary masterpiece. It's about being honest and open with yourself. The beauty of this practice lies in its simplicity and its transformative power over time. You will notice a shift, greater clarity in your thoughts and actions, closer alignment with your values, and a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. Please hit the notification bell and subscribe to our channel. Why? Because we're about to dive into the 10 habits that made Marcus Aurelius great. I'm giving you a challenge. Watch this video until the end to demonstrate your unwavering commitment to moving forward. Let's go through each section in detail. One of Marcus Aurelius's most important habits was his daily practice of reflection. Marcus found that reflection not only helped him understand himself better, but also helped him improve his responses to difficult situations. Embracing the habit of daily reflection is like holding a mirror to your inner world, revealing truths and insights that are often overlooked in the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Imagine ending each day by stepping back and looking deeply into your experiences, thoughts, and emotions. It's not just about recounting what happened, but digging deeper to ask yourself why you reacted a certain way, what triggered those emotions, and how your actions align with your core values. It's about finding patterns in your behavior, understanding your triggers, and recognizing your strengths and weaknesses. This daily practice transforms not only your perception, but also you, gradually moving you toward a more thoughtful and measured approach to life. This simple yet profound practice is accessible to everyone. It doesn't require any special tools or conditions. Just a few quiet moments of self-reflection, whether it's before bed or early in the morning. Find a time that works for you. It's not about writing a literary masterpiece. It's about being honest and open with yourself. The beauty of this practice lies in its simplicity and its transformative power. And over time, you'll notice a shift, greater clarity in your thoughts and actions, closer alignment with your values, and a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. In modern life, this practice still holds true. Like Marcus Aurelius, I've found great benefit from daily reflection. Every night before bed, I take a few minutes to reflect on my day. I write down what happened, how I felt about those events, and why I reacted the way I did. Writing down these thoughts helps me organize my mind and identify my strengths and areas for improvement. I remember a difficult situation at work when an important project was delayed. Instead of letting frustration take over, I sat down in the evening and reflected on what caused the delay. I asked myself what I did, what my coworkers did, and how we could improve our workflow in the future. Through this, I realized that a lack of communication was the root problem and figured out how to address it next time. These moments of reflection also helped me realize the importance of holding true to my core values. One time, I felt frustrated when a close friend broke a promise. Instead of getting angry, I reflected and realized that keeping promises is an important value to me. Since then, I have learned to communicate this more clearly to those around me and also trained myself to always keep my promises. Daily reflection has also helped me develop patience and calmness. In a world filled with busyness and stress, taking time to meditate and reflect helps me maintain balance and peace of mind. Every morning, I wake up with a fresh mindset, ready to face the challenges of the new day with a clear mind and a strong spirit. For me, meditation is not just a habit, but also an inward journey, quiet conversation with myself. It helps me understand myself better, improve the relationships around me, and achieve peace of mind. I believe that, like Marcus Aurelius, any of us can find greatness and wisdom through daily meditation. Another valuable habit that Marcus Aurelius always applied was to accept people as they are. Life, like a big play, throws many different personalities into our path. Each person we meet plays his or her own role in that play. Marcus recognized this and chose acceptance over frustration. This is a mindset shift that we in our busy modern world could benefit from. When you encounter someone who makes you pause, instead of reacting with annoyance or anger, see them as an essential element of the diversity of human experience. At first glance, this acceptance doesn't mean you agree with or condone their behavior. It simply means you acknowledge their role in the bigger picture of your life. There is a subtle power to this approach. It frees you from the exhausting cycle of judgment and resentment. Imagine how much space and mental energy you could reclaim if you stopped fighting every challenging trait you encounter. By accepting others as they are, you disapprove of their actions. You are allowing yourself to be at peace within, regardless of external circumstances. This habit does not imply passivity. In fact, it is an active choice to prioritize your inner peace over external conflict. Remember that everyone, including you, plays multiple roles. Just as you may struggle with the behavior of others, some may find your actions challenging. This mutual recognition fosters empathy and patience. It is a powerful reminder that we are all navigating this complex world together, each with our own quirks and personalities. Accepting the diversity of these personalities not only makes you more tolerant, but it also enriches your understanding of the human condition. When I first started implementing this habit into my life, I struggled. As a perfectionist, I often felt disappointed and frustrated when others did not meet my expectations. But as time went on, I realized that such frustration and anger only drained my energy and did not bring any positive results. I started to practice accepting people as they are, with all their strengths and weaknesses. One time, I was very angry when a colleague kept being late for work. Instead of getting upset and criticizing, I decided to look at the problem from a different perspective. I asked myself if there was something in their life that made it difficult for them to be punctual. Through a sincere conversation, I discovered that they were facing a lot of family pressure. This understanding helped me to be more patient, and together we found a solution to improve the work situation. Another example was when I met a new friend who had a completely different political view than me. At first, I felt very uncomfortable and wanted to argue to change their perspective. But then I remembered Marcus Aurelius's habit of acceptance. Instead of trying to change them, I decided to listen and understand the reasons behind their views. Through this, I not only learned many new things, but also built a genuine friendship and mutual respect. Acceptance does not mean you have to agree with everything or give up your values. It is about realizing that everyone has their own story, and we cannot possibly understand everything they are going through. By accepting others as they are, you create a positive and supportive environment where people feel respected and understood. This not only helps you maintain peace of mind, but also promotes unity and cooperation in the community. Practicing this acceptance also helps you practice patience and empathy. You learn to put yourself in other people's shoes, see the world from their perspective, and understand that everyone has their own struggles and challenges. Not only will this enrich your understanding of people, it will also help you become a better friend, co-worker, and family member. As you begin to incorporate this habit into your life, you will notice a positive change in the way you interact with people around you. Instead of reacting negatively to unpleasant situations, you will learn to accept and seek understanding. This will not only help you maintain peace of mind, but will also create a positive and supportive environment those around you. Marcus Aurelius taught us that accepting people as they are is not only a good habit, but also a philosophy of life. It is how you create peace and happiness in your life, and it is also how you contribute to building a better world. Start with small changes in the way you see and treat others, and you will find your life becomes richer and more meaningful. Marcus Aurelius also believed in the power of refraining from complaining. Imagine sitting in your car, stuck in traffic, running late for a meeting, and your phone rings non-stop. Man, what a nightmare. It's easy to let loose a litany of complaints. Why are the roads always so jammed? Why can't people drive? But wait, Marcus once said that complaining, even in private, gets us nowhere. It's like screaming at the rain to stop. It's futile, right? So instead of sitting in your car and whining like a wet cat, start cultivating the habit of catching yourself when you're about to complain. No, this doesn't mean suppressing your emotions to the point where they explode like Mount Vesuvius. Instead, channel them constructively. Instead of whining about traffic, use that time to listen to an interesting podcast or plan your day. Turn moments of frustration into opportunities for personal growth. Remember, what is the difference between complaining and taking action? Speaking up for change is proactive, not passive whining. If something is wrong, find a solution. Don't just sit there and parrot the problem. Marcus would agree that complaining about traffic won't get you moving any faster. Instead, take a deep breath, calm down, and ask yourself, what can I do about this? This shift in thinking will not only relieve your stress, but it will also turn you from a spectator of life into a director, with a script in hand and a positive frame of mind. And remember, complaining doesn't clear the sky, but taking action can make your life a lot easier. Marcus Aurelius believed in facing challenges head-on, not just complaining boldly. Instead of being a whining megaphone, imagine that you are the director of your life. You can turn every bad situation into a golden opportunity to shine. When you feel frustrated, stop for a moment. Take a sip of coffee, or tea if you prefer, and ask yourself, what can I do about this? This shift in thinking is powerful. It takes you from being a helpless spectator to being the star of your own movie. Our attitudes shape our experiences. If you spend your day complaining about the weather, the bus being late, or the neighbor's cat visiting your garden, you will find yourself feeling more tired and frustrated. On the other hand, a day approached with a problem-solving attitude will feel more fulfilling and productive. Instead of complaining about the traffic, why not put on an interesting podcast? Instead of complaining about the weather, why not try wearing a stylish raincoat? And instead of getting mad at the neighbor's cat, why not make friends with it? You see, it's all about making a conscious choice. The next time you find yourself on the verge of complaining, take a deep breath. Redirect your energy to something positive or constructive. Remember, you are the director of your life. Make every day a funny, optimistic, and creative movie. In fact, life is much more fun when you laugh more than you complain. Marcus Aurelius, a great Roman emperor, emphasized that focusing on what really matters is the key to achieving greatness. Imagine your life as a messy room filled with objects that represent your daily tasks, desires, and distraction. To become a great person, the next step is to clean this room. Marcus brings his wisdom to this modern clutter by focusing relentlessly on what is essential. Think about your average day. Imagine you walk into the cluttered room of your life. In the corner, there are piles of toys from the small tasks you've accumulated over the years. And on the top shelf, dusty ornaments that represent commitments you've made that no longer hold value. Do you find yourself slogging through dozens of things that don't add much value? Yes, that's it. Marcus Aurelius would say, it's time to be ruthless and ask yourself, is this essential? This doesn't mean you have to be cold or unfeeling. It's about respecting your time and energy. Yes, we need to clean and organize. But don't worry, this doesn't mean you have to become a modern-day Marie Kondo and throw everything away. This means you need to review what is really important and eliminate what is unnecessary. As you begin to eliminate the non-essentials, you will find that your ability to focus and excel at what really matters skyrocket. Imagine taking a flashlight and shining it on what really matters. Suddenly, everything else fades away, and you are left with only what is necessary to get the job done most effectively. No longer a jack of all trades, a master of one, but a focused individual honing his or her craft, whatever it may be. Marcus Aurelius would nod in approval as you begin to focus on what really matters, and you will find that your life becomes clearer and more purposeful. In this age of constant distraction, that focus is not only valuable, it is a superpower. Think about the times when you are caught up in a whirlwind of emails, social media, and endless phone calls. Do you feel like you're losing a part of yourself? That's distraction eating away at you. Marcus would say, focus on what really matters. Yes, he would tell you that you need to eliminate unnecessary distractions and focus on what really adds value to your life. Make this fun and playful. Think of it as a cleaning adventure. Each time you eliminate something unnecessary, it's a small victory. And remember, Marcus Aurelius is always there, smiling and encouraging you to continue on this path. Clean up, focus, and become the great person you've always wanted to be. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor known for his wisdom and courage, emphasized the importance of gratitude and virtue in everyday life. Not only does this habit add a splash of color to a life that is often tinged with gray by hardships and challenges, it also helps us find a silver lining even in the darkest of times. Let's listen to Marcus's story and see how he practiced these principles, and more importantly, how we can apply them to our modern lives in a humorous way. First, let's start with gratitude. It's easy to be grateful when things are going your way. But the real challenge is finding reasons to be grateful when things are falling apart around you. Imagine you're playing a dark treasure hunt, and your mission is to find hidden gems in difficult situations. Sometimes that gem can be as simple as a warm cup of coffee on a cold, gloomy morning, or the comfort of a friend who will listen. This is not about denying your hardships, but rather about redirecting your focus to find the small but precious positive. One of the best examples is when Marcus Aurelius faced wars and political turmoil. Instead of being overwhelmed by the pressure, he found joy in the simple and ordinary moments. He was grateful for his health, for the friends he trusted, and even for the difficult lessons life brought him. By doing this, Marcus trained his mind to stay strong and resilient, no matter what life threw at him. Now, consider virtue in the modern world. In a world that is constantly trying to mold you into something you are not, standing firm in your values is an act of rebellion. Whether it is honesty, courage, or kindness, every situation presents an opportunity to practice a virtue. Like being an athlete in the game of life, every challenge is an opportunity to exercise your moral muscles. You may not always win, but with each attempt you become stronger, better, more aligned with the person you want to be. Imagine a typical workday. You're at the office, trying to complete an important project. Suddenly your email is flooded with unrelated requests, phone is ringing, and your coworkers are asking you about trivial matters. This is your moral compass being tested. Instead of losing your cool, remember that this is an opportunity to practice patience and focus. Marcus would advise you to take a deep breath, stay calm, and tackle each task in an orderly manner. Yes, you may not get everything done right away. By sticking to your values, you'll feel better about yourself. Marcus Aurelius also emphasized that the relentless pursuit of knowledge is a timeless principle. Imagine an aging emperor, dressed in the rich trappings of power, but still humbly clutching his tablets, as he sets out to learn from the philosopher. This scene is not only a piece of history, but also a profound lesson for us today. In our fast-paced world, it is easy to get caught up in the race for success, forgetting that true growth lies in continuous learning. Imagine treating each day as a new chapter in your personal book of wisdom. Not about collecting degrees or awards, but about cultivating a mindset that is always curious and open to new ideas. Once, I decided to learn to play the guitar. At first, my fingers ached and the sound was terrible. But I remembered Marcus's teachings about patience and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. Instead of giving up, I kept practicing every day, little by little. And eventually, sweet melodies began to appear, making me feel happy and proud of my progress. The lesson here is that not every effort will yield immediate results, but with persistence and patience, you will achieve great things. Ultimately, Marcus Aurelius illustrated a powerful truth. Great ideas must be lived, not just contemplated. It is easy to talk about being kind, honest, or hardworking, but Marcus taught us that the real challenge lies in practicing these things consistently and sincerely in our daily lives. Your actions, no matter how small, create ripples in the pond of life. By choosing to act with integrity and kindness, you set a powerful example for those around you. This is not about seeking recognition, quietly but firmly standing up for what you believe in. I remember once in the supermarket, I saw an elderly person trying to pick up a carton of milk from a high shelf. Even though I was in a hurry to shop, I stopped and helped that person. This small act did not require recognition, but it brought joy and satisfaction to both of us. It is these moments that Marcus Aurelius spoke of, when acts of kindness and sincerity can create positive ripples in our lives and those around us. Marcus Aurelius also understood that life is a dance, sometimes graceful, sometimes awkward. He did not preach perfection, but resilience. Imagine life as music. Sometimes we are in tune, sometimes we are not. But what do we do when the rhythm is off? We find our rhythm again. This is not about harsh self-discipline, but about gentle adjustment. You miss a tune, practice the next day. If you get upset with a loved one, apologize and start a new tune. It is not the misstep that defines us, the return to our rhythm. Marcus once reflected, not in these words, but in essence, when you wake up in the morning, think about how privileged it is to be alive, to breathe. Think, to enjoy, to love. It is a call to embrace each day, regardless of the previous day's failures. We should celebrate our humanity, our ability to return to the rhythm of life. Each dawn is a new opportunity, a new beat to our growing song. This is not about pretending failures don't exist, but recognizing them as part of the dance of our growth. Now, how can we apply this in modern times? Simply acknowledge the failure, learn from it, and move forward. If a project at work doesn't go as planned, reflect on what went wrong, but don't dwell on it. Use it as a stepping stone. Get lost, understand why, and do it. It's about being aware of the present moment and being willing to get back into the rhythm of life. Marcus Aurelius taught us that getting back into the rhythm is about resilience, about finding joy in the journey, and about understanding that perfection is not the goal. Living fully is about remembering. It's not the fall that matters, it's the getting up that matters. And that's the end of our journey with Marcus Aurelius and the transformative power of Stoicism. If this deep dive stirs something in you, remember, it's just the beginning. Your path to greatness is opening up right now. Remember, the truth is, greatness is all about the journey, not just the destination. Thank you for being a part of our Stoic community. See you soon.